back to the Fantasy Pavilion, guys. Your home for fantasy sports. And of course, it's review time, review of game week 8. It was a a match day of a match week of full of surprises, of news that was not solid enough, making us get rid of certain players who actually played, COVID results, things like that. So it was a funny one. Antonio, how was game week 8?
It was not good at all. I only have red arrows, but yeah, as you said, there were a lot of surprises. A lot of players who we thought were going to play did not feature, and players that were not supposed to feature ended up featuring. So it kind of threw off everything a bit. A lot of bench players got to play, and if your bench wasn't good, then you pretty much suffered, like myself.
Yeah, that's basically that's the prognosis there in truth for everyone. It was really sus. 'Cause but let's get into it. Let's get into the score. So as usual, guys, we'll break down the results, and of course, we will show you our teams how we fared, and we'll pick up the leader, the current leader of our head-to-head league. So let's get cracking. So first up, we have to talk about Watford versus Liverpool. So Watford versus Liverpool. Watford nil, Liverpool 5. We thought there would be a bounce, but there was no bounce. Nothing happened. It was all flat. All Liverpool. All Salah and Firmino. Antonio, let's break it down. So if anyone had Firmino, they would have gotten 20 points. And that's not captaining it. So imagine if you captain it. And then we have Salah with 13, Milner coming in with 7 because of the assist. Look at that breakdown there for Milner. My word. Right? Of course, Mane with a goal. Pretty consistent so far. Most of the back line having the clean sheet points. Keller coming in because of Allison. So it wasn't too bad at all. It wasn't too bad at all. And Nico Williams coming in and getting an assist amongst the action as well. Antonio, who should we look for going into game week 9? Should we consider Firmino or nah, just a flash in the pan?
Um, Bobby has been playing pretty well since he came back from injury. He pretty much booted Jota out of his position because nobody Jota would be the guy. Um, he has one to look for, yes. They have a pretty nice run of fixtures. Next up, they play Man United, I believe. And if you realize Man United isn't having the best run of form right now, they're conceding a lot. So I think that for me, if you have him, play him, definitely. If you don't have him, and you're considering taking your free transfer and bringing him in, that's a bad option because most strikers not really providing right now. Probably one or two that we do have in our teams that year. But yeah, if you want to bring him in. I am actually considering bringing him in because they have a nice run of fixtures after Man United's games. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that's our. Well, of course, if you have Salah, I shouldn't even say if. Everyone should have Salah. Salah ownership should be 100%, and his captaincy should be 100%. Right? You're supposed to have Salah in your team. Right? We spoke about Mane. Mane again being consistent, getting the goals, coming in real clutch. They have a nice game against Manu, and as you said, Manu is one of those top teams right now that everyone wants to play. Just like Arsenal, everybody wants to play Arsenal. Right now, everybody wants to play Manu. Manu not doing too hot right now, and that might be a decent game to maybe bring in some more key Liverpool assets. All right. So next up, this one we thought would have had a similar scoreline as the Watford Liverpool, but it didn't. But still had the same outcome everyone expected. City 2, Burnley nil. So we want to talk about, of course, so I mean, this is inconsequential, but just showing Stefan coming in for Edison. He had clean sheet points, so he got 1 point there for that. Most of the backline coming in was 6 points. Laporte with 5. Diaz had a cameo of 18 minutes. Of course, De Bruyne, 11 points, scoring the goal. You have Bernardo scoring a goal as well. You have Foden with the assist. and the standard 3 points for the other midfielders that featured. And of course, no big standout really on the Burnley side. Pope saving face with 4 saves, we got 1 extra point there to round off the 2 points there. City's a tricky one, Antonio, to say, well, all right, this guy did well, let's go get him. But then you remember Champions League, and then you remember Pep. How do we successfully select a player that's going to start for City, Antonio? Please.
Um, as I always tell people, Pep has favorites. Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne. More than likely, they will feature once fit. Um, Obviously, Edison comes back into play. His place is pretty much cemented on that team. Defensive wise, is where the problem lies. Because I had Kyle Walker, who has been playing
Right.
nearly every game, and for some strange reason, Ake ended up getting the start for this game week. Of course, I had Cancelo as well because I was back in the double clean sheets, but I only got one. Small mercies regardless. I know nobody was expecting Stones, although we did speak about Stones and his potential, and he might have got the nod to play, and it did happen. So yeah, and a lot of people got the upset with Diaz because Diaz came on in like the last few minutes of the game. I don't know why Pep did that, but a lot of FPL players felt the full brunt of that because pretty much sure a lot of people had like a small defender who probably made 2 points instead of that 1 point Diaz came in and bring. Kevin De Bruyne, and as I said, I would like to get him in my team.
Right.
A lot of big boys are not performing right now, and it's easy to make the transition to Kevin De Bruyne as of right now because your Lukaku's and your Ronaldo's not playing 100, but we'll get to that eventually.
And there you have it. Yeah. So I don't know. City players are very tricky to call because at the end of the day, the game is consistency, and you want players that are going to be starting for a while. At least give it 3 games, 4 games at least. Or if they are coming on as sub, they know they're going to have that impact like Mares normally would, but they didn't have that this round. So next up, so Villa Wolves. This one was an exciting one to watch, especially as neutrals. This one was pretty good. Uh not much to talk about really. So Cash getting in his clean sheet before everything broke down from there. McGinn with 1 goal, 1 assist, so 13 points for him. And well, and of course Ings scoring one of the goals here, and Watkins with an assist. So that was the major points there for Aston Villa. Of course. So and surprise, surprise, no save points for Martinez. Right, something that we've grown accustomed to. Always have some save points. Nothing there for him. Sa with 3 saves, so he got the solitary point there for the saves. A round of two. Of course, Sais, Cody. So Sais with a goal and Cody with a goal. And then you have nothing much with the other defenders. Neves, finally, the midfield of Wolves providing some points, right? Giving some returns. So we got a goal scored here from Neves, the dunker with the assist, Podence with another assist. We have Traore. A long time now we haven't spoke about some returns or final end product from Traore with an assist finally. So I don't know if it's a tug of war with the midfielders and strikers. 2 weeks the strikers perform, then 2 weeks the midfielders. Like they can't do it in one game. I'm not sure what's happening right now, but that's the breakdown there for Wolves. Do we start looking at defensive assets from Wolves? I know I'm not gonna talk about highlight and talk about the midfielders yet and the attackers yet, but the defenders have not been too bad, too shabby, Antonio.
Not at all. In the early parts, I had Sturridge. He's not a player that likes to get his things always in the box, and I would think he's a decent shout, you know. But then again, you have to look at who they are playing and whatnot. If these guys do show up on the defense sheet, that's it. It's a risk. It's a risk at the end of the day. So
Yeah, because I dropped I had Regulon, dropped Regulon, brought in Cody, and paid off well. It was a great, great, great gamble. So yeah. And I'm just to talk about Villa real quick. Cash, no, I'm not looking too sus. He got another getting clean sheet points, doing his thing. He didn't provide end product, but he got clean sheet points. Would have been real clutch for a team that conceded 3 goals, and he came off in time. But I mean, that's not something to base your pick
That's
on.
crazy because right after he came off is when all the goals started
All
pouring.
the goals. Yep, yep, yep. Next up, big one, the big one
Yeah,
with a big player that just only giving you CXC scores right now. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Schmeichel, 4 saves, so you got that 1 point. So even though you can see 2 goals, he had 2 points. So Yonku, goal, not too bad. So 7 points for him. Nothing else really in the back. But the Pereira did play really well. He was in most of the action. Could have gotten a goal or even a cheeky assist. Tillemans finally. Again, we always talk about Tillemans, Antonio, up and down, but did well. Cracker of a goal. It was brilliant. Perez, another very inconsistent player. I won't. He's not a great FPL asset, but coming in clutch here with an assist. Of course, the man who made the legend, the goal scoring machine. Vardy scored an important goal as usual. I had him. Then you had Daka sub coming on for Nacho, scored a goal, and Ian Nacho with the assist. So the link up play with playing in Nacho and Vardy really working out well so far. Um, of course, Manu. So 7 saves from the here. So even though he conceded 4 goals, he got 2 points. Came out with 2 points. Not too bad at all, as compared to Shaw, who played 90 minutes and got 0 points. Maguire would have played 90 minutes and got 0 points. So not too bad at all for conceding 4 goals. You have Fernandez with the assist. Rashford back on the scene with a goal, first game back and scoring. Greenwood with a brilliant goal as well, quite a cracker. And surprisingly, we cannot talk about anybody else in the team. Everyone else did not perform, especially a certain player, a certain athlete that everyone loves. Antonio?
Jesse Lingard, I agree. And, yeah, this game was really good. Like I told you from the get go, I expected this game with a lot of goals because I knew that Man United backline was wasn't going to do it. I'm surprised, Harry Maguire came out last minute and he started. I don't think he should have started in the first place because he didn't
Correct.
look up to back in this game
No,
in particular.
correct.
He was the cause of probably three of the goals I scored. He was the cause. His man, he was zonal marking and not man marking at all. And they took advantage of that. Daka came from behind him and scored last minute. I do not know why. I saw three men marking what's his name?
Inacho,
Perez. You guys were
Perez,
marking
Perez.
Perez. And nobody marked Vardy in the box. There's no way you cannot not mark Vardy in the box. But once you give him the opportunity, he will score. There's
Correct.
no
Correct.
much
They were
debate
crowding
about
Perez,
it.
trying to block the pass. Yeah, didn't
Yeah,
make sense. And it was a brilliant pass from Perez.
it was a brilliant. I personally feel like Tielemans could have got the man of the match. Tielemans, Tielemans dissected that Man United midfield. He was the go-to guy in that game.
Yeah, yeah,
I feel like a lot more could have come from this game because he could have another goal in him in this game, to be honest. Probably another
true.
assist as well.
True, yes. De Gea made a big save putting it on
I
the
think the
post.
hero got man of the match with 7 saves because Leicester actually let Man United go in this game. They could have way more goals in this
Correct. Correct. You are
throwaways
so
because
correct.
Pereira could have scored.
Yes,
Perez could have been on the score sheet.
correct.
Scored again. Tielemans as well. Vardy could have had a double. It was chaotic. That Man United defense was in shambles. They lucky Bruno Fernandez got a flukes. I would call it a flukes assist because it was just like a one touch to Greenwood, and Greenwood mostly did everything run, shoot from the distance, and scored a screamer. After that, the game was all over. It was all in Leicester's hands, and they just went to the game. Big
All
up
right.
Rashford.
No.
He brings some points as well, but
Yeah.
I don't
So
know. This team,
unfortunately, we have to talk about the elephant in the room.
yeah, we have to talk about it. So sad enough to say, I was backing him. He had a poor game. This game he had a very poor game. And unfortunately, I have this thing with form. If you're not in form, you're not in my team. So because it's a goodbye Ronaldo for me for now until probably game week. Probably next 4 game weeks I might bring him back in because they have a tough run of games coming up just now.
Correct,
So
correct, correct.
so I'll
Yeah, they
get
have
him.
some hard games because they have Liverpool, they have City, right? Soon, Tottenham, I think soon. Yeah, Arsenal, some big games coming. They have Watford in between those games. Yeah, they have some big fixtures coming up. But I've not teasing, genuine question here. This because he is so world renowned and all of that. Doesn't he warrant a stay in the team until, or you want to wait till the fixtures come in and then you
No,
bring him in?
Man United, as I said, they paid the price because of errors that they made. As I said, Maguire wasn't supposed to start this game, and they took advantage of that. The players realized Maguire was the weakest link, and they kept on pressuring Maguire.
Correct, correct.
I'm not saying this could happen against Liverpool next, because Man United
Hmm,
have a tendency they would fumble against Leicester, and then they would come and play a hell of a game against against the big boys. So it's hard to see what's gonna happen next game. But if you have Ronaldo and I don't want to take that minus to get him right now, play him, definitely play him because he will start. They don't have a better striking option right now. I feel like Rashford might start the next game, but they will play alongside with
correct.
I don't think Sancho would start though, because Sancho did not look good, and he has been looking pretty poor. I don't know, like the system right now is not really,
Suited.
yeah, it's not really suited. But
Because you see, they're trying to fit in everybody and please
yeah, they're trying to
everybody,
put
but
all their transfers to the gel, and it's just not
yeah,
happening for them right now.
not happening. Yeah, but oh well. I wish
Yeah,
you guys the best of luck.
maybe if they had Fred, there might have been a better game.
My friend. Next up, on a serious note now, next up, Norwich Brighton now. Norwich second straight draw. Do we? I'm tempted to bring you some Norwich defenders. Joking, but cruel 9 points. One of the top performing goalkeepers for the game week. 9 points. He made 3 saves. Of course, the clean sheet points. He got 2 bonus points, and he got his 9 points. Of course, the back line did really well. You're having 7, 6, 6, 6, and 5, so not too bad at all. Obviously, nothing to speak of in the outfield positions. Same thing on the other side. Dunk, again, bonus points, 9 points for him. Sanchez, 6 points. Duffy, all these guys here, because they picked up yellow cards, we did not get the full clean sheet points. Veltman didn't play much and he got a yellow card, so he got 0. And Lamptey featuring there got 31 points. Minutes, sorry. So something to look out for. Lamptey is back. They played, cautiously bringing him back in. Cautiously, that's good to see. Duffy played the full 90. Cannot be frightened. So Duffy played the full 90. So something to look at. Something to look at. I'm paying attention to that. Veltman didn't play the full, so something to look at. Well, of course, nothing to speak of on top. We really thought Trossard would have done something. Um, Still, any assets from these two games that we should be looking at moving forward to game week 9?
Um, Probably not the next game week, because they have a pretty tough game the next game week. So probably for the following game weeks, you could look at Brighton backline, because they have players that bring in any points. Dunk, Cucurella, your Duffys, these guys. If you have Sanchez play him, because
Of
he makes a
course.
lot of saves. Um, this game was pretty much matched. I'm surprised. Norwich came a really clean sheet. I expected more from Brighton, but fun fact: Norwich has more clean sheets than Man United for this season.
Correct.
So
I
yeah,
saw that. But the thing is, this is their second straight. We've been banking and saying, yo, once Norwich playing someone, get players from the opponents. But it looks like get defenders from the opponents, not just the attacking options. It makes sense to get some defenders as well because they're not scoring. So at least you would have gotten some clean sheet points there. 9 points from a defender is a great day.
yeah.
So
I think a lot of people would have had probably a Kyle Norwich defender, probably just to save coins in the bank.
yes,
So if you had him,
yes, 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 and that's not a bad shout. Of course, of course, of course. So Southampton won, Leeds nil. Nothing really to talk about much here. So Southampton with the first win, I think, for the season. I want to say, yeah. Um, so Parada in the back, 7 points. He would have gotten some of the bonus. Salisu, Livramento, of course, most people have him. and Bednarek. So the back line was solid with their clean sheet points. Redmond with assists. Rare FPL returns for him. He's really inconsistent. Broja getting the nod ahead of everyone's boys Adams and got the goal. So great day for him. Of course, well, nothing much to talk about on the lead side. Meslier got 3 saves, so he got the extra point to make 3 points and round off there. So not too bad at all for a losing goalkeeper. And well, nothing to talk about with the outfield players. Do we Oh, I don't know why Southampton and Leeds assets. I know no Rafinha. So do we obviously we still stay on the Rafinha train, right? We don't just
Yeah,
drop it. We didn't feature because of
yeah,
international duty. So
yeah. And he's on fire. He's on fire for Brazil. So I don't think you should drop Rafinha if you have him. Play him next game week, and he
right,
will bring you points. Also,
right,
big factor to bring in here. Calvin Phillips didn't feature in this game,
right.
and when he doesn't play for Leeds, is a big loophole in that center. So, and but as you can see, five in the midfield from well, four in the mid, they drowned out that midfield, and they took advantage of that because they know they would leak in that central position. Uh, Southampton, congrats, the first set of points for the game this season. That was a good goal as well too. It was a
Yeah,
really good.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, but
yeah,
if you have Rafinha, play him next game because he will start. Unfortunately, I don't know, he didn't make the cut. He didn't back in time. A lot of people had him and they couldn't play him. So yeah.
for sure. All right. Next up, I do
Uh,
want to talk about this game. The most upsetting game, more upsetting than my actual game that I care about. This was very upsetting. The ref was trash, right? The post was trash. Everything was just trash. Of course, boy. Brentford nil, Chelsea won. This was a real tough one. I feel sorry for Brentford. Brentford played really good, but really good means nothing. Really good doesn't get you 3 points all the time.
exactly, you know.
Chelsea held on. Mendy, the man, the myth, the legend, did well. 6 saves. So he would have gotten 2 vital points there to give him 9. Chilwell with the only goal. So you got 15 points because, of course, bonus and clean sheet points. This guy, don't even know him. This Sar, another Sar. Sar was brilliant. Brilliant. And was worthy of the 2 bonus points. He was all over. He played really well. Of course, Christensen, Aspi, Chalobah all getting the 6 points, obligatory points, and well, James came on for 1 minute. uh Nothing in the middle to talk about really. Lutford played well, but didn't get any returns. Everything was from the back, as usual with Chelsea for their second straight game. And of course, 6 games now, I believe, with nothing from the strikers. That is very worrying, especially with the hype, especially with the international duty goals that they displayed. Nothing from Vernon, nothing from Lukaku. But yet people don't want to put Vardy in the team. But that's all right. Antonio, any assets we should be looking forward to? Chelsea are playing Norwich next.
Um, I had a rap with some Chelsea men. They're saying no service from they not get no service from nobody providing for Lukaku. Thing. I don't know if they were with them to pick up the ball and put it to Lukaku's feet for him to score. That cannot happen. You need to be involved in the game. Timo Werner had some chances, you know. He makes himself present, he makes excellent runs. And I think at this point, if I keep Lukaku could be playing Norwich, he could be playing Burnley. I am not playing Lukaku. Simple as that. There's Vardy, he is playing way better right now. You're not killing Iheanacho, I'm better. There are guys that are bringing in points and not blanking 4 games in a row. 4 games in a row.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
say Ivan Tony, he could have scored. He could have been in the points. Unfortunately, I'm way more post Malone, as
yeah,
I know
boy.
they call him. He really and truly needs to take a bush bath for it. For Chelsea, honestly, it's just defenders, and if you have defensive assets, that's where your points going to come from this team. You know, really and truly. Chilwell, excellent. That was a brilliant goal. Um, right now, it looks like Alonso lost his place in this side when it comes to big games. So If you have Chilwell, kudos to you. I had Alonso and I suffered. Um, I don't think Salah will be getting much games, probably in small games. So maybe in a Champions League, he'll play Malmo next. I mean, he might play in that game. They will play Chalobahs. They will rest some of the big boys for the next game. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Another point. Yeah, go ahead.
sorry. The attacking assets wise, you could risk it and play. If I were to pick a striker from this team to feature in the Norwich game, I would pick Timo Werner. He brings a little more right now than Lukaku attacking wise. He may be a little off. He might score offside goal. He might give you an assist, but right now, as I am seeing it, Lukaku is making the cut right now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And something to keep in mind, viewers. Champions League. So if it is that you're trying to figure out and predict, we'll try our best as well for you too, right? That's why our preview show will be very late this week because we want to take any Champions League, see the personnel that are chosen and picked, so we can help you guys is choose from the big teams who may feature, especially as is on Norwich, not just Chelsea, but City and all these other teams. But as Chelsea are playing Norwich, I think you'll be safe with probably Aspie, Chilwell will most likely feature, and Chalobah, those kind. Maybe Sam I can, but I wouldn't bring in Sam because he's not going to be a permanent fixture. You have a better chance of Chalobah getting more game time than Sa. So yeah. Um, Another heartbreaking game we have here: Everton versus West Ham. Everton nil, West Ham one. My boy Ducurry didn't show up for you guys. I know, but it's just one game. It's just one game. We'll take that compared to other guys, 3 games and 6 games, nothing. So can't get on me for that. But of course, it was. I don't want to say well deserved, but West Ham did what they had to do and got the goal and held on. So we'll just focus on three saves for Pickford. So he got the extra point, so that's why he will come up with 3 points. So not too bad from him. Of course, Fabianski did not have any save points, so just the standard 6 points for him. Ogbonna with the goals, so 15 points. Well done for him. And Zuma would have gotten some of the bonus points, so that's why he has 8, Cresswell 7, Johnson 7, and well, Dawson came on with just 11 minutes to go. Bowen with the vital assist, and well, that's it really. Nothing much to talk about. Nothing from Antonio. Antonio blanking us rare, and a rare blank from Antonio. Um, but we're still confident in our Everton assets, Antonio, and we're still confident in Antonio. But I want to highlight Ben Rama. Is it time to drop Ben Rama?
Yeah, most definitely. I have been Rama for weeks now. 3 weeks he has banked, and I think this is the last for him. There, I remember I told you about the swap I want to make, so I would actually sell Ronaldo, sell Ben Rama, bring in Kevin De Bruyne, and maybe Bobby Firmino because I have money in the bank.
Right.
So yeah, that's my master plan right now. But yeah, Ben Rama isn't making the cut right now. I would definitely look to get rid of him. For when it comes to Everton players, Richarlison, Calvert-Lewin, looking like they're coming back next game. So look out for that.
And they're playing
And
Watford next.
they are playing Watford next, so you need to look out for that. So yeah.
All right. Next up, funny one here. Newcastle 2, Spurs 3. Of course, we we all know about the incident. We hope that the fan, we know that he's doing well now. We hope that he continues and continues to do really well. And that was a great spot by Regular on there. Really, really beyond football, deeper than football, So that was really great and classy from the players and getting their own medical staff to go and help the fan. Of course, so Dalo, no save points. So Manquillo with the assist, not too bad for Manquillo. He's not doing too bad this season into the FPL returns, not too bad. Uh, Murphy with another assist. Again, I like Murphy, but injuries are not too consistent, but he does get in with the assist more times. Callum Wilson, first game back in a while, and bam, on the score sheet immediately. Nothing from our boy Saint Maximin, which is rare, but really glad that Callum Wilson back on the score sheet, that he might be a decent cheap buy to have floating around there. Uh, Regulon, assisting again, 4 points for him, not too bad. Loris with a rare game of not much saves, but of course, it all depends on the opposition. Son, of course, as usual, with a goal. And Dombley again coming in with a next goal. Hoiberg, sorry, who I meant to talk to. Hoiberg with another assist, so consistent so far. And I saw some guys had him. And Mr. Kane finally back on the score sheet. Do we have to join the line now for Son and Kane, or we just take Son and leave Kane?
Yeah, we definitely take Son and leave Kane. For that price range for the Harry Kane, I mean, one goal isn't going to cut it. And Newcastle has been his bread and butter ever since his scoring streak. So definitely go for Son. He has been more consistent. I was actually going for Son this game week, and we all thought he had COVID. Thankfully, he doesn't. But yeah, I feel something happened there with that false
Hmm.
positive result, and
Hmm.
well, gimmicks Tottenham did there because I feel like they knew Newcastle were coming, guns blazing. But it did happen. Shelby with coming back off an injury, coming back into a red card. A fun
Shelby
fact,
doing
he
Shelby
does that
things.
because every time. Fun fact, he plays Tottenham, he gets a red card. He plays
Yeah.
Tottenham, gets a red card. Same referee gets a red card. So.
And I was really hoping that Shelby coming back would have probably helped the team lift. Because I mean, let's be real, he's a great player. It's just his temperament. I don't know if who's worse, him or Xhaka.
Yeah.
Uh, well, mm, this team size. I don't know what to say about this team, no, but this is not that kind of show, thankfully. So Ramsdale had 4 saves, so he got the point. Of course, Arsenal 2, Crystal Palace 2. Vieira coming back home, right, after so long, since his 9 year stint at Arsenal. Pepe with the assist and the rare start, because we both all know Ateta does not like Pepe. So it's great to see that Pepe got some love today. Martinelli, another guy that he doesn't like for some reason, came out with 9 minutes and gave a vital assist. Obama Young with another goal. All right, so that's good to see. Very encouraging. Lacazette with his first goal of the season, and of course Saka being assassinated by that dude from Crystal Palace, McCarter, had to come off injured. I hope he is okay. It looked pretty bad, and McCarthy should have gotten a red card there. Guaita, 4 saves again. So both keepers doing well with the saves, getting the extra point. Nothing in the back line to speak about with Crystal Palace. So we'll go down to the middle. Olise again with some fine FPL returns. Not too bad. Not gonna buy him right away, but might be a cheap option to have on the bench. But we told you guys it's now is the right time to get some cheap options on the bench in case your key players don't feature. You have someone on the bench that bringing in the points, and only say not doing too bad these days. Benteke with a rare goal, right? He's been a while since we see him on the score sheet. So Benteke, Edward back on the score sheet since his debut. So glad to see that. And Ayu with an assist, so not too bad from the front three from Crystal Palace. Um, Nothing from Gallagher, but I'm going to hold on to Gallagher. Crystal Palace are playing Newcastle at home, I think, next. Antonio, if you could confirm that for me. And I think that's a great game to push and get maybe one or two Crystal Palace assets, maybe the goalkeeper. So, who do we look at from Arsenal and Newcastle and Crystal Palace, sorry, going forward? Arsenal are playing Villa next this Friday. So, who should we go for? Should we keep the rule of no Arsenal men right now, or maybe just keep the one defender that you have? What you say, Anton?
Um, I have Ramsdale. Ramsdale put in some pretty decent saves today. I would keep him. I wouldn't get rid of him. Just has to just replace a keeper just so if he's or unless he's injured, that's when I would replace a keeper. Um, if you have a Aubameyang, play him. Today he played pretty like when he started off the game, that first half he was running. He was even tracking back, helping the defense, all kind of thing. So it's good to see that kind of energy, but it's also kind of bad too because he is a player. It's kind of fragile, so you don't want to make those kind of rash tackles and then get injured and then miss a game or two, and then that put your team back in pressure. Lacazette looked decent when he came on. I don't know why he doesn't start, but he looked good when he came on. When he came on, he played pretty well. He had some shots on goal. And they came off and he scored the last second goal, I should say, because
Correct,
that
correct,
was great.
correct.
If I were you, if you have Aubameyang, keep him. I'm playing for the next game. Ramsdale, if you have him, play him. He will make some saves. But other than that, that's all I can see. Because if Saka is injured, and that will be my go-to guy. And if he is injured, then I don't know how what to expect.
Hmm.
And as for Crystal Palace, keep Gallagher. Play
Yeah.
him. Crystal Palace is a very dangerous team when they are playing home. I always say this. Edward looked good. Edward looked really good in this game here. Unfortunately, um, Vieira wanted to make a five in the back in the last few minutes and stop playing his counter football. And I think that's where they end up faltering because they should have kept playing the way they were playing.
Correct.
And when Liverpool, I mean, given Arsenal, pressure on the counter. Instead, they try to suck up all this pressure and just keep on taking attacks on Arsenal back and back. And that is where the goal came from. It was they just had it back against the rope and quite unfortunate.
Yeah, Arsenal took advantage. Yeah. Guaita is not a bad shout,
Yeah,
for
but it's not much of you.
yeah, he's not a bad shout. All right, so there we have it. So that's our roundup. So as usual, now is the fun time where we show you our teams size. So let's do that real quickly. All right. Points. All right, so I racked up a solid 59 points. All right, so I'm still up there with the top 400,000 ish. Not too bad. Out of 8 million, taking that any day. So, of course, I elected to go with Sa, brought back Trent, of course, always had him on my bench, never sold him. Had Diaz, as I said, I brought in Cody for regular, so that wasn't too bad a decision there. Nothing from a boy the Curry except two, not but I'm keeping him for sure, not dropping him. Salah, my captain, of course, would have been the bulk of my points because as you can see, nothing really from the midfield. Nothing from Antonio, and of course Vardy with 8 points. So that came in real clutch for me. I had Christensen on the bench, size. So that's but of course, but still got some green arrows. So not too bad at all. Still on top of a particular league, and a Tottenham fan is second to me. So I'm great. I'm really happy about that. Never upset with that. So not too bad, but we trudge on, trying to push, trying to get to 600 as quickly as possible. All right, so Antonio, your team ready? Yes, this team is.
Yep.
Before we get into the team, let me just let's begrudgingly big up as I have it up already. I just do it real quickly. Let's begrudgingly big up Kevin Lala again, consistently, and he might run away with it, but it's still early days. No losses. He's invincible right now. So let's see what team he went with. So 67 points for him. His overall rank, wow, 100,028. Not too bad at all, at all, at all. Great, 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 great. Doing really well. So he had Sanchez, Duffy, Cancelo, and Aspi. So he had a great defense there. Nothing much in the midfield to talk about except for Salah, of course. Nothing to talk about much with his strikers except Vardy. So he did his smart thing and went with Vardy. And the only thing really on the bench was Rivermento. So not too bad at all from really good decision making there. So shout out to you, Kevin. And as usual, thank you for keeping the seat warm first by the time. And we do not wish you the best. Uh, all right, Antonio, your team up, you ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Boom.
So I made a DC 52 points. Um, Sanchez, Van Dijk. Uh, so yeah, I have Dyer, who came in off the bench for me because Alonso nor Rudiger came in and they played. So he came on with a -1 because he scored an own goal.
Hmm.
Janssen, who will always start on my team, and he dependent, not even dependent on who they play, he will always start because he plays high pitch and he likes to get involved. So I see why not starting him. And they have a nice run of fixtures coming up.
Correct. And he was only denied by a brilliant Mendy. Mendy was just incredible
And he
form
had
that
like
day.
8 arms in that game. Mohamed Salah, captain for the rest of the season.
Of course.
Townsend, I'm keeping my Everton assets because as I told you before, Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison coming back into the picture just now, so maybe he will be putting in um, some balls for them. Ben Ramo, time to get the kick in because really and truly 3 games, 3 blanks, time to press. Sa, I am actually keeping Sa for the next game week. Strange enough, he pretty much played decent in him, but I mean he didn't have the backup. Dennis played
Yeah.
really bad. I feel like he could have done more. Probably gotten a little goal at least, but he played his heart out and didn't have the gun power to face up against Liverpool. Murphy, I brought him in just for this game week, just to see if they could punish Norwich. Unfortunately, not, and I will not be seeing Murphy anytime soon. So, Murphy might be sold in the following game week because I don't want to take too much minus. Wani Chan, unfortunately, his partner in crime, Jimenez, did not start alongside him. He had Adama Traore, and
Hmm.
yeah, they didn't link up as the way that he links up with Jimenez, and Jimenez came on and he had came off. So, Ronaldo, blank again, and he will be leaving my team for me to bring in betterment until he starts to prove himself. So yeah, this is it for me right now.
Tough. All right, guys, and that's it there for our show. So we look out, of course, look out for my top five coming out this week for game week 9. Look out for our preview, sorry, of game week 9 coming out. And of course, our Champions League show is out right now. Help you out with your last minute tinkering for tomorrow on Wednesday. And of course, guys, thank you very much for always for smashing the like button, subscribing, sharing all the videos. We are 2 away from 100. Thank you so much for the support. We appreciate that. And as usual, happy picking. We're out.